Hey YouTube, how's it going? Lawler here as always. Day one of RLCS has officially wrapped up. Hanging out with stream, twitch.tv/Lawler. For some reason chat's not working, but everybody's saying hi to you guys. So in the comments down below, make sure you say hi back to Twitch. We're going to get interrupted because people are so very generous. Shoutouts to Vals for the 5 gifted. You know what? Screw it. We'll spin the wheel. What do we... Vals gets to determine a new animated emote for the stream. Again, if you guys don't know what's going on or haven't seen what's been going on the Twitters and stuff, first things first, check out the graphic that we have posted. Yes, I know Moxie is spelled without a Z and it's been Mocky. There's not a thing I can do, but we have this thing going on where people, if they give subs, we're doing sub goals and hanging out and all that kind of stuff. Basically, everybody is trying to get me to wear a monkey onesie the whole day. It's been a pain in the ass. Been lava hot in a sauna. That stupid onesie. I hope I burn it later. That being said, we're going to recap the results for today very quickly. I'm going to try to do these just from the group down, just because it makes it a little bit easier. Again, today was play-in day. It is these 8 teams trying to make it into the top 16. 4 teams are being eliminated, and those teams also do not get to play in front of the crowd. So, pretty big stakes on the line. We're going to start with Group A. First match, MIBR versus Gen G. Gen G and MIBR go all the way to 5. As a blanket statement, the play-ins felt a little sloppy. There's some teams that started to have a bit more polish, and Gen G was one of them. Initially, they started a little bit shaky, a little bit rough, but their defense started to become more and more solidified. It just felt like for a lot of the teams in the play-ins, it was nerves related. It's the big one, right? This is the World Championship. This is the last event of the year for the RLCS. And if you do not win these 2 series, your season is over. The pressure, the intensity that comes with that is very difficult to articulate unless you've done it before. And even still, I don't know if people can really put it into words, the amount of pressure that's on you. Because of that, playing your game is super important. Your preparation, the efforts, as Greg, their coach, has talked about on Gen G, has been what they're focusing on. Minimal warm-ups. You only get like 30 minutes before the match starts, which is pretty normal for the RLCS. Trying to prepare them for what is expected, and it seems like it's making a difference. That being said, very close series. Sam number 3 against NA number 4. NA does come out on top. We then reveal the rest of the bracket. It is Rock versus Foot. Rock makes quick work of both of their competitors. This is MENA 3. Conversations from MENA being a better region than NA, and EU being 1, MENA being 2, I think is open for conversation. I think that homegrown talent in MENA has been doing a really good job. I understand Twisted Minds is a tough one to articulate, and we haven't seen them yet, with only having 1 player and Nubo on the roster, but Rock plays, as I mentioned in my videos, solid gameplay. Clean, wide rotation, shutdown offense. Nothing too flashy, but every once in a while, whether it's Twiz, whether it's Abdullah, whether it's Ghazi, someone will hit a mechanical touch and make a goal happen. Rock looks good. I think, again, no matter who makes it out of play-ins, you're still playing top 4 teams. It's going to be an uphill battle. But that being said, Rock does look like a team that could make it out of lowers into top 8. So far, they've looked the most polished. Outside of that, Rock and Gen G, it is a close series, 1-goal games, and then Rock starts to put on the offense. Gen G kind of crumbled. A lot of overcommits, trying to do a little bit too much. It felt almost as if there was an imbalance in the midfield to where someone who needs to be rotating. I saw it a lot from Cheese. Cheese is cheating up too far. He needs to sit either further back so the play can develop and then he can clear back in as last man. Or if you're going to be that close, you need to be close enough to where you can challenge immediately. This in-between in the midfield isn't going to do it. So he's getting to the ball too slow because he's too close. If he was back further with pace, it would be a little bit better. So Gen G, some things to fix up. We'll see if they can do that in the lower bracket. On the other side, Shopify Rebellion and Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro, again, I rated them very poorly, and I'll admit it. Virtus Pro to me had been trending in a negative direction, but another boot camp in Serbia. The guys look good. I wouldn't say anything amazing. A lot of the garbage goals that went in were nothing important, but they look assertive. They don't look like this weird convoluted midfield that we've seen in the past. The reason why I rated them so poorly is because they were trending in a negative direction. I thought they were getting worse and worse. They looked disconjointed. It didn't seem like they were on the same page. That seems like they have turned up. They have really clued into what it is doing. I think Sosa's being a lot more aggressive on his challenges was just great. A lot of times I saw him just watching the play develop. Catalysm's touches are a little bit cleaner, and Sphinx on defense has been stellar. We'll talk about that specifically in their last series. On the other side, Shopify Rebellion. Some nerves. You can tell that Wavy is not playing as clean as he was. And that was going to be a concern for me. I saw him in his 1v1 matches as well, where when pressure's on, he does not look like himself. As the series progressed, you started to see a little bit more individual play from Wavy, hitting double touches, challenges off the sidewall, gotten a lot better. That being said, if I see Shopify challenge in the corner and kill their own momentum and speed with no boost one more time, I'm gonna lose it. It is something that they should know by now, that when you aggress that hard in the corner, you either need to drive through, find a demo, get boost, and keep going. Because as soon as you play hyper aggressive in the corner, sure, it may kick out to mid, but now you're isolated in the corner with no boost, and you're SOL. Your team is facing a 1v2, or in this case, a 3v1 most of the time, and you're going to get counterattacked. They have had certain times on their own defensive half where they draw that in and they punish it. They know exactly what is possible when it happens to them. When people are challenging in the corner, they kick it back mid, two-piece with a big clear downfield, they get a goal. Why they know how to counter it, but they still do it themselves, I don't know. Something that they need to fix. They do lose a very close game against Shopify in game 5. Tough loss for them. CJ feeling it. On the other side, we then have the results for both TSM and NIP. We all assumed NIP was going to be the victor here. I predicted originally a 3-0, I'm pretty sure. But TSM does put up a fight in game number 3. Eventually, NIP does end up closing it out. And NIP, unfortunately for Virtus Pro, no match. This is the expected result. This is what we assumed was going to happen. NIP was supposed to make it. Everybody in scrims is talking about NIP playing very, very well. You did see some moments where the pressure got to them, and it was a little bit concerning. The difference, though, is they did find a victory in overtime and then closed it out. Still, all 1-goal games. I think that's a very good sign for Virtus Pro. NIP, still a lot left to give, in my opinion. Oski on offense doing what I expected him to do. Nas having some really good challenges. And on the other side, Redosin being a nuisance, leading the charge, finding demos, opening up the play for his offense. So it's been pretty good for NIP, doing pretty much as expected. I hope they settle in more and more. Their first round match, which we'll talk about, is not fun. Going down to the other lower side of things, I'm just going to reveal it all at once and rip off the Band-Aid. MIBR versus Foot. Foot goes 0-6. Pretty expected. MIBR, third seed from Sam, does bounce back, put up a pretty good fight, but then they go up against Virtus Pro, and Virtus Pro embarrasses them so much, in fact, that they not only Braziled them, but then a little bit extra on top. Virtus Pro just beat them to the ball. They had better aggression. They didn't look careful. Like, they were just, hey, we're going to play our game. We're going to play aggressive. If we make mistakes, no big deal. We'll find a response to it. That being said, the first 2 games are very close. I will say Virtus Pro primarily in control the entire series. That being said, I talked about Sphinx on defense. There was 2 very big moments for Sphinx where he is diving across top left, making a save, diving across top right, making another save to keep the goal out. Very, very close. Could have been a win here in game 2 for MIBR. But Virtus Pro holds on and then really finds their footing and just lights out. Roughly when they were down, so in game 3, MIBR let in a kickoff goal. Great kickoff from Virtus Pro on this one. Not like goofy type stuff, but like an actual really good kickoff. It's the diagonal cheat. It kicks back and immediately gets kicked up to him, and then it's a 1-2 pass in. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. I'll break it down for you guys. Or stop at the stream and I'll tell you about it. Then they immediately score another kickoff goal after. So within 5 seconds, they're down 0-2. And it just got worse from there. MIBR does eventually find a response, but then VP scores a goal, then another goal, and another, and another, and another, and it got out of hand quick because MIBR is trying to play catch up and just kind of accepted reality. It was really, really unfortunate for them. What's not unfortunate is Durkin dropping a prime sub for 26 months, 28 months total. Greatly appreciate you, man. On the low side, Shopify, TSM. Shopify almost threw it. It was so close. TSM almost had it. But Shopify is able to hold on. The downfall for Shopify is it is an NA versus NA battle, and this is the storyline I talked about, chat. Shopify, no matter the roster, has not done well against the other NA teams that are in the top 8 this entire season. It has not gone well. It has not been conceded. Gen.G should have been extremely confident going into that series, and despite that, it was chaotic. The first game was a slugfest between both. Nobody wanted to play defense, and you can tell they felt the pressure of what was going on. I think both teams were very, very understanding of what is on the line here and what it means. For Shopify, it is team's first chance to make it on LAN in front of a crowd, to play in front of that audience in France. For Gen.G, Justin making it back for the first time in how many years to play in front of a crowd. Didn't get to do it last time. So, as that first game went over and Shopify got the win, it's like, okay, nerves-wise, more of the storylines from LCQ, Shopify coming in clutch, Reddles as their captain, stepping up huge. I mean, the game started off with a really weird, it was a hit on the right wall by Reddles. It hit corner and went in. Cheese just missed the backboard clear. And his reaction was just like, okay, I'll take it, I guess. Like, why not? Gen.G then settled in. Shoutouts to Greg, Kev Pert, and the rest of that staff. The guys really balanced out and handled their business, and it wasn't anything looking back. So I'm surprised they put CJ and Dazzard on that cast, specifically CJ. So I would say credit to CJ for being level-headed despite being part of that organization as a creator. So I'll say that. But Gen.G does make it through. What is their reward? These are the 4 teams that will make it through and play in the top 16, starting in group stage tomorrow. The other 4 are eliminated. Shopify's done. TSM is done. Foot is done. And why can't I think of the other? MIBR is done. So Shopify, MIBR, TSM, and Foot are out. Done. I would say ranking-wise, Rock and NIP are definitely your 1-2. I would probably still give the nod to NIP because I do think playstyle-wise they can handle Rock, but Rock looks like a solid 1 going perfect. Then I would say probably actually Virtus Pro over Gen.G, but I also know Virtus Pro stylistically, the teams they played, it does go in their favor. I do think Gen.G probably beaten Virtus Pro. Who knows? But I'll eat my words. Virtus Pro, good for you guys. Way to really come into form. What does that mean for tomorrow? What are we watching tomorrow? This is the brackets and the results. If you are a low seed, hate to break it to you, you're going to play a really tough team. K-Corp gets Virtus Pro out of the gate. That is not the decision I want to deal with. Ultimates versus GK. Dig Rock. Wildcard Furia. If you're Virtus Pro and you lose here, you are now playing some very unfortunate circumstances in lowers. It's going to be a tough fight. Same thing applies to Gen.G. Falcons and Gen.G playing the number 2 team in the world, in my opinion. Space Station Vitality, which is absolute cinema. We've got Energy Ninjas in Pajamas. We talked about this one in our predictions. We assumed this would be the matchup. And Secret and Twisted Minds. All of these going down tomorrow. It's going to be a brutal day. Still best of 5s. Still a lot of questions left to be answered, but should be a lot of fun and a lot of entertainment. If you guys would like to partake, if you guys would like to be part of the accurate predictions, you got to tune into the stream. There is no way in heck I am predicting these as well in the same video. If you want to see those, come to the stream live. As you can tell, my voice is already starting to go because we've been live since, I don't know, 6 a.m. or whatever, 7 a.m. or whatever the heck when we started. I don't know. Same time, same place tomorrow. 7:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 a.m. Eastern is when the pre-show and stuff will begin. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you. If you guys want to be part of the wheel spin, the sub goal and stuff, and unlocking things for the community, we all need your help. Either way, I do appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you for all the kindness and support. I'm going to go get this edited. I'm going to get this uploaded and out today so you guys don't have to worry about spoilers for tomorrow. Either way, that's going to do it. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, like, subscribe, notifications. Hit me up in the comments down below. Check out the socials. Join the Discord. Join us on stream. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.